So I was in Toylanta last weekend, but at the same time, WonderCon was taking place. And at WonderCon, Mondo brought it with the Masters of the Universe announcements, and I want to talk about them. Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan. Thank you for joining me for another video here on the channel. Today I want to talk about what's coming up from Mondo for Masters of the Universe, because WonderCon just happened out in California. I know it's old news at this point. It's been a whole week. We've all moved on. There's all these other things to talk about probably, but I'm still pretty hung up on all of their new Masters of the Universe reveals. I wasn't actually at the show, so I was getting the news updates along with everybody else through Instagram and everything, and I'm just so excited for so many of the new MOTU products that they revealed at the show that I felt it warranted an entire video so you guys can hear me ramble on about it. I hope you're on board, because here we go. So first I want to start by giving a huge shout out to Hector over at Mondo, because I reached out and he was nice enough to send over some pictures that I can show you guys here in the video today of the new reveals from WonderCon. But I'm also going to be referencing some photos that were taken by Toy Arc during Mondo's panel. I'm going to link to Toy Arc in the description below. If you guys aren't already following them, please go show them some love. It's hard work covering these shows, and I just want to make sure that all the credit is there. Because, man, yeah, I get it. It's a lot of work doing this. So I appreciate all of these photos being online so that when I'm not there, just like when you guys aren't there, when I'm at shows, everybody gets a chance to see what's going on. Okay, let's dive into the good stuff. So, of course, Mondo has been known for their 1/6 scale Masters of the Universe line that they've been doing for several years now. These are the larger 12-inch scale figures, highly detailed, very pricey, but incredibly well done, and they've had some bangers lately. But at WonderCon, they revealed two new ones that I specifically want to talk about. Let's go ahead and start with this prototype for Manny Faces, because, oh my goodness, like, first of all, look at this video that Hector sent me of the faces changing on here. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. He looks killer. Now, this is an unpainted sample, but just seeing how the original action feature is still in place has me so incredibly excited. Plus, he's got swappable head drums, which isn't new to Manny Faces. We've actually seen that with the MOTU Classics version. Masterverse has done something similar to that, but I'm glad to see it incorporated into the Mondo one here. So there's going to be a whole multitude of different faces that you'll be able to pop in and do the head spin thing for to change it. The gimmick looks amazing on this figure. The overall design looks so fun. I can't wait to see him in full color. It's rough because I get it, man. These are pricey, and I've kind of picked and choosed on which of these 1/6 scale figures that I really want to add to the collection, but Manny Faces looks pretty dang incredible. It's going to be hard to resist him. But I think the biggest one, which is perfect because it's the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, Princess of Power, they revealed a brand new She-Ra with Swiftwind. Now, I think if you were paying attention, you all knew that Swiftwind was coming. We recently got Scareglow and his horse, and the horse was a brand new creation for Mondo. We are still waiting on that horse to ship, but I knew right away that that horse was made for a reason. Like, they would not have done a new horse for Scareglow if they weren't designing that horse body for Swiftwind. So I'm glad to see that I was right about that, because holy cow, Swiftwind looks gorgeous. I mean, look at the colors on that horse. Man, it's bright, it's colorful, you got some great metallics on there. It looks like he comes with 3 different heads, one without a mask, one that looks a little bit closer to the Filmation vibe, and then there is one that kind of has that Mondo-esque design to it. It's got some more gold on the helmet, but that gold I think looks great because it matches the She-Ra. Just an amazing, amazing looking steed. I'm so happy that we're finally getting Swiftwind in this lineup. I love the Battle Cat. I love the Panther. I'm excited for Scareglow's horse, and Scaremare, right? That's the name, Scaremare. But I'm so glad we're getting Swiftwind. Swiftwind was a must. But along with that, we're also getting a brand new She-Ra. Now, I have the first She-Ra that they did. She's back here in this case. I love that She-Ra, but the new one that is on display is no doubt a gorgeous looking figure. And I'm so glad to see She-Ra getting this kind of treatment. It is her 40th anniversary after all, so it's nice that we're getting some really good collectible figures for this character. But she looks great. It's a great new design, and we did see in the panel, they actually showed that she's got 3 different outfits. Very similar to what they've done with He-Man, where he came with like the battle armor and the Thunder Punch armor. This version of She-Ra's got a more standard Filmation style look, which I think most people would kind of consider like her main look. But she's also got an outfit that is more reminiscent of the vintage action figure, which was a different design. And she's got the Bubble Power She-Ra armor that you can put on her. So I love that. I love that we've got our options there. It's an incredible work. I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Emiliano Santalucia, because I know that he's one of the talented folks behind the design on this figure, and he really did it justice. Everybody at Mondo really did this figure justice. I think she looks gorgeous. I'm certain this is going to be a pricey piece. I mean, Battle Cat was $500 on his own. Panther is $500 on his own. What was, I think Scaremare was also that. I think he was also around that $500 mark, and then the Scareglow also will be another, what, $250 or so. So I would expect something similar for Swiftwind and She-Ra if you're going to bundle it, or they'll probably offer them separate as well. I'm not entirely sure. Price was to be determined, release, all that information to be determined. But at least at the moment, I can say she looks awesome. Okay, so now we're at the real meat and potatoes at this video, because this is what I really want to talk about. They had on display the first unpainted prototype for their 1/12 scale 2000X He-Man. Oh my goodness. So this was an announcement that came out of last year's San Diego Comic-Con, and it was my favorite announcement at the show. It blew me away. I was so excited to see that this prototype has finally been revealed, and if you are just hearing about this for the first time, Mondo announced that they're doing a 1/12 scale Masters of the Universe toy line, which means this is a 6-inch action figure. So not the large ones like they're doing already. This is like a 6-inch, 7-inch scale action figure that in theory should be similar to your Masterverse or your MOTU classics. It'll be interesting to see what the actual size is, but 1/12 is what they're calling it, and it's completely based on the 2000X series, which I am so happy about, because that is just such a special era of Masters of the Universe for so many of us. If you've been around collecting MOTU for as long as I have, you'll remember that 2002 was a very exciting time to be a fan, because that's the first time that He-Man really came back. Sure, we had the New Adventures of He-Man in the 90s, which was an attempt, but 2002, the 2000X series, and that toy line from Mattel is the real relaunch of He-Man. And in my opinion, we never would have gotten MOTU Classics if it weren't for the 2000X series bringing this fan base all together. And if we didn't have MOTU Classics from that, we certainly would have never gotten Origins or Masterverse now. 2000X was the genesis of the modern Masters of the Universe fan base. And I love seeing that particular brand get these awesome collector-driven action figures. Now, I'm certain that Emiliano is likely involved here as well, art director or designing, I'm not sure entirely. But, I mean, he was the man doing all the amazing artwork in the comic books back in the 2000X era. So, we certainly have the right minds. Plus, with the amazing team at Mondo who's doing such cool stuff, I'm so excited to see what they're doing. And just looking at this He-Man prototype, he looks amazing. He looks so good already. And you're looking kind of at just from an action figure perspective, you can see there's double jointed elbows in there. It looks like there's double jointed knees in there. So articulation looks really nice on that. He's very, very detailed in that sculpt. I can't wait to see it all painted to see how it really comes through. Nothing says 2000s like a nice pouch on the loincloth there. Love to see it. The overall design just looks very similar to the artwork we were seeing in that era, or even the animated series. I think he looks incredible. And lots of accessories are coming with these guys. And, you know, the power sword, of course, the 2000X mechanical power sword was on display. But we're getting swappable heads with these guys. I think it looks like we're also getting display stands with each of these figures. So He-Man already looks incredible, but they even revealed some more stuff in the panel. Now, everything they showed in the panel was just concept art, but we did get reveals for more characters such as Skeletor, of course, a no-brainer, gotta have Skeletor, but again, there's a multitude of accessories, interchangeable heads. He's got a display base that is shown there, which looks very cool. Man-at-Arms is on the docket as well, so we got another heroic warrior, very important to that series, of course. And then the last one that they revealed is one that I'm very excited to see, which is Clawful. Now this one is very exciting because if you were collecting that line, you'll remember Clawful got skipped. He never got a figure in the Mattel line. He eventually got a Staction from NECA, but he never got an action figure. So we're finally going to get a proper 2000X design Clawful as an action figure, and I can't wait to see how much bigger he is than the other characters, because he was like hulking huge in that animated series. So I'm hoping he's going to tower over the other figures in that line. Now, pricing and release info is all still TBD, so we do not know what to expect as far as price point goes yet. I do remember talking to Hector at San Diego Comic-Con, and he did say to expect a lower price point on these than what we're seeing with their Real Ghostbusters line, and I only bring that up because that's their other comparable 6-inch scale line they're doing right now, and I think one of the biggest kind of gulping moments, like the moments for all the fans on that line, is that the figures are $101 a piece in that line. I think licensing is the reason for that. So they did say that the MOTU stuff should be a lower price point, but they have not revealed that price point yet. So fingers crossed it's not too crazy high. I mean, the quality looks great, the sculpts look great, but I want this line to be affordable for action figure fans because I want it to be well supported. I want it to go as far as we can take it because I'm just going to say it, this is my most anticipated toy line now. This is the He-Man line I am now the most excited for. I can't wait for these. I am stoked. So hopefully we'll be getting that painted version soon and we'll be getting more information. So what do you guys think? Are you as excited for that 2000X line as I am? What do you guys think of the new 1/6 scale reveals from the show? Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Once again, special shout out to Hector over at Mondo for the photos he sent over, and to ToyArk, whose photos from the panel that I borrowed for this video here. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching, and until next time, my friends.